The first sign was the silence. The forest never truly slept, but that morning even the wind seemed to hesitate. The mother wolf lifted her head, ears twitching, golden eyes scanning the dim gray light. Around her, the den stirred. 5 small bodies tangled together, breathing softly. 5. But one breath was wrong. She moved instantly. The smallest pup lay apart, sides barely rising. His fur, once thick and warm, clung damply to his thin frame. She nudged him with her nose. No response. A low, trembling whine escaped her throat. This was not how it was supposed to be. Days ago he had stumbled after her, clumsy but determined, always the last but never stopping. Now his body felt too still, too cold. She licked his face, harder, faster, urging life back into him. His tiny jaw twitched. A weak, fragile sound followed. Alive, but fading? The mother wolf stood, tension rippling through her body. Hunger gnawed at her, sharper now with fear. The others needed her too, but this one was slipping away. She made a choice. Gripping the frail pup gently in her jaws, she stepped out of the den. The forest stretched before her, vast, unforgiving, filled with danger. She didn't hesitate. Somewhere out there had to be a chance, because staying meant watching him die, and she refused to do that. The forest resisted her. Branches clawed at her fur as she pushed forward, each step measured, careful not to jolt the fragile body hanging from her jaws. The pup was lighter than he should have been. That terrified her more than anything. She needed food, strength, warmth. But the scent of prey was faint, scattered by the cold wind. Her ribs ached from days of little success. Hunting now with him would slow her. Leaving him was not an option. A distant howl cut through the trees. She froze. Not her pack. Strangers. Her muscles tightened as instinct screamed to retreat, to hide, to protect what little she had left. But the sound came again. Closer this time. A rival pack. Hungry, moving through her territory. She turned sharply, changing direction. Every step now carried urgency. If they found her like this, burdened, vulnerable, it would be over. The pup stirred weakly. A faint whimper pressed against her teeth. "I'm here," her body seemed to say, her pace quickening despite the exhaustion burning through her limbs. The ground dipped ahead into a narrow ravine. Shelter. Temporary, but enough to hide. She descended carefully, placing the pup against a patch of dry earth beneath an overhang of rock. For a moment she hovered over him, torn. Hunt or stay? His breathing hitched again. Shallow, uneven. Time was running out. With one last nudge, she turned and slipped back into the forest, every instinct torn between leaving and the desperate need to return with something, anything, before the fragile thread of his life snapped. She ran until the forest blurred. Every scent became a promise she couldn't afford to chase blindly. Her lungs burned, paws striking frozen ground in relentless rhythm. Then, there, a flicker of movement. A hair, small, fast, but real. She lunged. The chase was short, brutal. No wasted motion. No hesitation. Hunger sharpened her, but fear drove her harder. Within seconds, it was over. Warm blood filled her mouth. Not enough, but it had to be. She didn't eat. Not a bite. Turning immediately, she sprinted back, muscles screaming, heart pounding against her ribs like it might break free. The ravine came into view. Too quiet. She slowed, dread crawling through her veins. The air felt wrong, heavy, still. Her steps faltered as she approached the overhang. The pup hadn't moved. For a moment, the world narrowed to a single point. She dropped the hair and rushed forward, nudging him. Harder this time. Desperate. Nothing. A low, broken sound tore from her chest. She pushed him again, licking, pressing warmth into his cold fur, refusing what her instincts already knew. Then, a breath, faint, barely there. Her body froze. Alive. She quickly tore into the hair, chewing, softening the meat and pressed it into his mouth. Once, twice, again. At first, nothing changed. Then a twitch, a swallow. Hope flared. Fragile. Dangerous. She curled tightly around him, shielding him from the cold, her body a barrier against the world. She would not leave again. Not now. Even as distant howls echoed closer. Even as danger closed in. She chose him. The howls came back. Sharper now, no longer distant. They had her scent. The mother wolf lifted her head, eyes burning in the dim light. She didn't move away from the pup. Instead, she pressed closer, wrapping her body around him as if she could hide him beneath her ribs. Footsteps above, stones shifting. They were here. 3 shadows appeared at the edge of the ravine, lean bodies outlined against the pale sky. Chujaki, hungry, watching. She rose slowly, placing herself between them and the pup. Her legs trembled, but her stance did not break. A warning growl rolled deep from her chest, low, fierce, final. They descended. There would be no escape. Not with him. The first wolf lunged. She met it head-on. The clash was violent, desperate. Teeth found flesh. Pain exploded across her shoulder, but she didn't retreat. She couldn't. Every movement, every strike was driven by one purpose: buy time. Behind her, the pup stirred. A small sound, weak but alive. She fought harder. The second wolf circled, snapping at her flank. Blood slicked her fur, her strength fading fast. Still, she stood. Then, a new howl split the air. Familiar. Her pack. The attackers hesitated. Just a heartbeat. But it was enough. More shapes appeared above, rushing down, crashing into the fight. Chaos erupted, teeth and fury colliding. The strangers broke first. They fled. Silence returned, broken only by ragged breathing. The mother wolf swayed, barely standing. Slowly, she turned back. The pup moved, stronger now, breathing, alive. She collapsed beside him, exhausted, broken, but present. Her nose touched his gently, a quiet promise passing between them. She had nothing left, except the life she refused to lose. And that was enough.